I'm not one to judge. I've been in these types of situations before. Amon is recently single. I see him doing his thing on the Country Wayne skits. He actually films in this house. So this is his personal house. He's branching out. He's diversifying himself. He's not playing ball no more. So he's trying to do other things, which is good. But Amon, you're in Atlanta, home of the broke, thirsty woman. Yeah, there are some women that are doing well, but they're older. And to get to that point that they're at, they found some man like you that they could divorce, hit him really hard for child support, or accused him of abuse and got paid. And that's how they get their start. You think these women like you. They don't. They're there to set you up. That's why you just looked at Trey Songz just turned down some girl from Atlanta named Jaw Morant. She wanted to come visit him. And he was like, well, then fly yourself out here. And he told her, if we get into an argument, you could just claim that I trafficked you and flew you here and you could go to the police. You think these little cute little chicks are just trying to come smash you for fun just because they like you or you throw them a little bit of money? No, no, no. It's way more deviant. And if you want to deal with these type of women, that's what's gonna come with it. And I'm not one to judge, but you got to be careful. You can't be alone with these women. You can't make it where it's your word versus her word, because brother, you're gonna lose every single time. Shit, I had a situation maybe about a year ago where two girls started fighting in the middle of a foursome at my house in Houston. I mean, I'm talking about fist fighting. And then when it's over, the girl that lost, she's sitting there blaming me. I'm drunk. I'm in the jacuzzi. They get out the jacuzzi to fight each other. Me and my other girl are sitting there watching, like, what is wrong with them? And at the end of the day, they think, well, I can just say that because I got into a fight at his house with him, if he was there, then I can try to sue him or something. People are devious. Now, obviously, I ain't shit. So I recorded it. I record everything. That's how you got to keep yourself out of these situations. It sounds like she was there with Iman. There was supposed to be a little gruesome twosome, maybe a little threesome cracking. She got mad and jealous over the other girl. Iman asked her to leave. She refused. And that's another thing, stop being Carmelos. When someone asks you to leave where they're at, if it's not your house or where you're supposed to be, just fucking leave. Just leave. Why are you making people push you out? Why are you forcing yourself to be somewhere that you're not invited, that you're not wanted? If you're being discarded, leave. Go somewhere else. Get out. He shouldn't have to drag you out by your hair and then you call the police and try to claim that you're a victim. I'm going to see you in court. Court for what? I asked you to leave. You didn't want to leave. And now you want to call the police because you don't want to leave my house. Get a life. But these women are willing to crash out for a check, for any type of cash they can get. So like I said, I've seen a lot of situations. I've been in a lot of situations. So this isn't funny for me, but it's just crazy because I'm like, wow, I thought I was alone. But apparently other men go through this too. So let's take a listen to the body cam footage.
I went into the room, I was talking. I did not never did I
never say you hit him.
Okay, so where is the reference coming from?
I never said that doesn't mean you hit him.
So you said I was aggressive.
That doesn't mean you hit him, but you told me you wanted to.
Did you call the Roddy?
She was in the room.
Mm-hmm. So at what point did there become aggression between me and him?
I'm going off the story you said. So
okay, so let's find other witnesses for the story. You said I was aggressive.
So it seems like he has three women in the house. These two over here are calm. Iman is right here to the right. And the one that's the troublemaker that he wants to leave, she's not only, she's trying to make her case to the police that she's not being aggressive. Lady, you're sitting here being aggressive with the police, in front of the police right now. Everybody else is calm and quiet. Everybody else wants you to leave so they can get back to doing what they're doing. You're the oddball out. Now, if you were dating him and 2 other girls showed up and you didn't feel like getting it in, okay, then get the fuck out. Out my car, out my face, out my house. You don't have to be here, but I'm definitely not about to shut down what I'm doing, kick my other company out just to make you happy. Who do you think you are? I'm not your husband. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your man. I'm not your sugar daddy. We're friends. You know, and like I said, I have a lot of experience in these type of situations. It's just a lifestyle thing. You know, you live a certain way and you try to avoid certain situations. So this is a good safeguard. So he did do the right thing. He had other women who were witnesses there. That's why the police are taking what she's saying with a grain of salt. There's witnesses. It's not just his word versus her word. It's her word versus all 3 of their words. And that's why the police are going to finally make her leave. But look how long it took to drag this out. Now, yeah, she's kind of cute. A little if you're into girls that look like her. A lot of dudes aren't anymore. That's why they have to go to Houston or Atlanta, because in states like where I'm at in Arizona right now, she's getting no play. No, not at all, because people have seen the results. You end up in situations like this. They want to fight. They want to argue. They want to start drama with police and claim victimhood. Nobody wants those type of women around no more. That's how they look. It's unfortunate. And you want to throw them all out because of a few bad apples. But unfortunately, when you look at the consequences, sometimes collective punishment is necessary just to play it safe, you know? So, you know, he did do the right thing by having witnesses there, but unfortunately it gets like that. I've had to call police on women. I hate to admit it, but a bunch of times. You have to do that sometimes. Sometimes they get mad, they get an attitude, and you're like, look, I'm about to go to bed, and you try to make all these excuses to get them to leave. They don't want to leave. They don't want to go. You know, oh, you're going to bring somebody else over here. And it's like, that's none of your business. I need you to leave. And if you're trying to push her out the door, you're trying to say, hey, look, I'm about to leave. And then what? And then every blue moon, somebody will force you to call the police. Now your neighbors have to see police cars in front of your house. It's very embarrassing just for this person to try to make up some fake story about abuse. But there's no evidence. You can show the police the video and then they leave. And it's just like, oh, but that's how these women are. It's a part of their culture now. So a lot of guys avoid them, but there are still brothers like Iman that will give them a shot. And, you know, he want to give back to the culture and to the community. Well, brother, you know, play at your own risk.
I said, when we went into the room, he was in the room with the other girl.
No, I
He
wasn't.
removed
No.
from the room.
See, you pick and chose what you felt to understand
Okay,
the story.
repeat the
I
story.
think we were talking about another girl. Prior to this, it's a whole bunch of girls. It's another girl from this. She was on the phone. Not her. It was another girl. And she was on the phone and we were discussing the situation. So when I knocked on the door, and then he opened the door, and then we were discussing it. He got upset, obviously, because he wanted to continue the situation with this girl. So he got upset, not me.
Okay.
So the only other option would be to criminally trespass her from the location.
Oh, you're doing the same thing. See you in court.
See you in court. The police just came and had to criminally trespass you to get you out of my house after I asked you to leave for whatever reason. And you want to tell me you're going to send me to court because you think you're going to be able to slander me on the internet. And I'm so worried about my career that I'm going to give you money just to shut you up so you can go away. Newsflash, I'm retired. I'm not in the NBA no more. I have no career. I'm not doing sports casting. If anything, I'm doing acting. And I do have enough money where I could start my own little studio and start doing my own little show, so I don't have to kiss anybody's ass. So yeah, you can say you're going to see me in court, but you're going to waste a lot of your own money on court fees because there's nothing for you. He won't be going to court. There are no lawyers that are going to take a weak case. This dude is not just in here punching women throughout the face. She's not bleeding. He definitely didn't do what the other NBA player just did to his niece. It's not the case. You were over there. Some other girls came. You got an attitude, tried to pull rank, and you lost. Now you have to go home. Or you got to just get the hell out of here. And I'm asking you to leave. You don't want to leave. Obviously, I got two other chicks that are more than down. Bro, it's crazy. I've been in this situation so many times where I had somebody I'm dating, but my other girls that I'm dating show up. It's Friday or Saturday, and this person wants to, start wilding out, acting crazy. They want to fight. They want to get drunk. And, that liquor will do it. So you gotta kind of avoid those heavy drinkers because they can ruin your night. A couple of arguments and now you're thrown off and you're like, you know what? I just want to go to bed. Everybody go home. You ruin my little night, my little fun, freaky night. They ruin it. So you got to get rid of them early and you got to try to peep those signs, or tell her, hey, I'm about to send you home, but let me take you to get something to eat. Let me take you to dinner tomorrow, or let me buy you some shoes. Here go a couple hundred. Go get you some shoes. I'm pretty sure she's gonna want more than that from Shumpert. But you got to be smooth about it. He has to understand he's a target. The fact that you don't have private security in a gated entrance where you live, it's already a red flag. This girl is bitter. She's gonna realize she can't sue you or get any money off you. So the best she can do is come back and try to vandalize your car, vandalize your house, and talk crap about you on the internet. But what she's not realizing, because she's short-sighted, is that she's burnt with other dudes in the industry. Other men are going to find out she's crazy, she's problematic. They're not going to want to deal with her. They're just not. I mean, for example, Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend's a black girl that was pretty. But guess what? She was talking shit about Travis Kelce when he got with Taylor. She's pretty much blackballed with all the celebrity men throughout every industry because they know she's problematic. She will tell your business. And even though she's kind of cute, there's nothing cute about a woman that's going to try to slander you once you break up and claim victimhood. Men do not like professional victims. I'd rather deal with a girl who's a 3, but cool as hell, than deal with a 10, but she's always a victim and everything is somebody else's fault and somebody's always doing something to her. Let her tell it. I'm sorry. I choose a 3 any day of the week. I mean, think about it. Travis Kelce, that girl that he used to date, the black girl, she was hella cute, but not cute enough to look past the fact that she's troublesome. She has a big mouth. She talks bad about you when you break up. So you know what to expect from her. Do you think that she was thinking ahead when she was doing all that back when he got with Taylor a couple years ago? And look at her years later, still on the market, still available, but she's just older now. Values going down. This girl right here, now that people have seen what she's up to with her personality, I don't even think anybody's even going to risk, smashing. Because if you take her to the hotel, you don't know what she's going to say once she leaves your room. She might just say, he was in there whooping on me like Bloodsport and Van Damme. And you'll be like, wait, I never touched her. But now it's your word versus hers. She's obviously out to get somebody. Iman just got lucky that he had 2 other witnesses there. And the police came, they sided with him, and they threatened the girl. They criminal trespassed her, told her, don't come back. You can tell Iman, man, he's laid back. He didn't want to press charges. I've been in his shoes before where I've had to call the police and I didn't want to press charges. I just want her to leave. I just want her to go. Stop being Carmelo's. When people ask you to leave, leave. Go home. Go to your mom's house. Go to your ex-boyfriend's house. Anywhere but here. Don't want you here.
On Instagram in the morning.
You know, it's crazy. She actually brought her overnight bag and she planned on staying there. Are you crazy? You know, it's that sense of entitlement. You know, he just went through a divorce. Who do you think you are? But that's why I tell guys too, don't lead these women on. Tell them we're just friends. We're friends. We're buddies. You know, we're cool. I'm not looking for nothing. Sure, they're going to still take it the wrong way, but you can always say, remember, I told you up front, I just want to be friends, nothing serious. And you have to just stick to your guns. Good job to Iman Shumpert. He kept his temper. The police could tell who was the aggressive one there. So can the body cam. If there's ever any false allegations, the jury and the judge will see who was the aggressor. The other witnesses are there, means that Iman is covered, but he just has to stop dealing with certain types of women. You can't do that anymore. You're not, you know, that's the problem though. He went from being a high school player straight to school, straight to the NBA. They don't live in the real world. They don't know how to deal with women, deal with people. And now he's out of the league and they just throw you out here into the real world and just try to think you're going to navigate successfully for yourself. And that's how a lot of men end up in trouble. They don't have any real world training. They've always been in the gym. That's what it's like to be an athlete. But, you know, it takes some experiences. Luckily, he made it out of this situation unscathed. It could have been way worse. So he did good. I just hope he learns from his mistakes. And whatever he's doing with those other two that were sitting there quiet, just repeat that. All that, you know, meeting a little chick, starting to like her because she's cute. Don't fall for their beauty. It's 2025. They all are beautiful. You can go pay to be beautiful. You can pay for all types of surgeries and contouring. That's not impressive. Personality and who the person is impressive. Let me know if you agree or if you have any thoughts. Right wing Rico, the single boyfriend, giving out relationship advice. Sometimes it's good advice. Sometimes it's bad. 7 days a week. So come back. I'll be on live again in about 20 minutes with another story. See you again shortly.
I've been needing to find a new apartment, which has not been easy with credit as bad as mine. Luckily, I found cosigning.com. They connected me with a cosigner who helped me get my dream apartment for me and my dog. I just paid a small fee and was able to move in fast. Get the cosigner you need for the apartment you want. Check out cosigning.com today.